How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Very good. It's a very nice evening and honored to be here.
Well, it seems like you have like a mountain of things to do in your schedule, and me too, of course. But you have been so busy trying to do so many things. There are so many things in your schedule that it's hard to catch up with you. So what is going on?
Well, there's a lot going on in the city. I mean, we're still involved in the flood recovery, and I think we're not going to be satisfied about that until we get as many people as we possibly can back into their homes and get people back to work who lost their jobs because of the flood. So I continue to work on that every day, but I'm also working on the capital plan for the city. I'm real excited about an investment we're going to make in at the Hickory Hollow Mall.
Great.
Where we want to put in the health department, a library, a park, and bring some of the, have an expo where we can have some of the functions that are at the fairgrounds take place out there. I mean, I think South Nashville, that area of the city, needs more services, and I want to help get more services there.
That's great. Talking about the fair, what plans are there for the fairgrounds? That this is going to be the last year that it's going to be open.
Well, the immediate thing we need to do, and I put money in the capital budget to do this, is to build a park. There's 120 acres there. 40 acres of it is in a floodplain. There's actually a creek, Browns Creek, that runs in it. We need to restore the creek, and we need to create a park with soccer fields and baseball fields, have the public involved in telling us what they want. But I think a park there would be great. The rest of the property, I think, represents a real opportunity for the city to expand the tax base, create jobs, and make that area of the city much more attractive.
That's great. You have been taking a bus ride.
Yes.
What is the message behind that bus ride?
Well, I want to encourage people in Nashville, everybody, to try the buses. I take the bus once or twice a week, and I really enjoy it. The buses are comfortable, they're clean, their air conditioning works better than my car works, and the people are friendly. And I think it's important for our city to start looking at mass transit solutions. I mean, we're a growing city. We need to deal with traffic congestion. We need to deal with air quality issues. And I think buses are an economical way for people to get around. And I enjoy it. I mean, it might not work for everybody, and I'm certainly not trying to get people to give up their cars, but I think we do need to encourage people to look at mass transit alternatives.
I guess I got to try that one day with you.
You should. You'd have fun. We can get up early in the morning, and we'll do it.
Okay, we'll make a plan for it.
All right, thanks.
Let me ask you about the schools. How's it going with the new plans or the new budget that we got for the school for the Race to the Top?
Well, very good. I mean, I think the fact that we got the Race to the Top money is a real tribute to the governor. I mean, Governor Bredesen has been totally committed to public education. He has worked hard to reform and have Tennessee be sort of the center of education reform in this country. And the fact that we were picked to be the first state, along with Delaware, but we got more money, is a real honor. And it's an honor for I think it really is underscores what the governor has done. But I'm real excited that Tennessee is embracing reform. We got a lot of work to do. We got to stay focused on education. It's the #1 priority for our city, and will remain the #1 priority for me as long as I'm mayor.
Great. There is also the development of the music center, and a new company was awarded a contract to run the hotel. What company is it?
Well, Omni Hotels is working with the city to be the headquarters hotel for the convention center. And it's a great deal because Omni it's basically a $250 million hotel. They're not asking the city to issue bonds to support them. We're giving them some incentives, but they're basically writing some very, very big checks. It's a great company, and we're going to have the hotel attached to the Country Music Hall of Fame right by the convention center. So we'll be creating a campus there at the convention center that really emphasizes our greatest strength, which is music. And I think we're going to have probably the most attractive and the most interesting convention center headquarters hotel in the United States.
Can't wait to see it.
I can't either.
And let's get back to tonight. What do you expect to see tonight here? And do you think that our candidates, I said ours because I'm a Democrat too, will win this race?
Well, I think, the races in Middle Tennessee and the races around here are really going to be decided by, I think, less by party than by the candidates. I think there are a lot of really strong Democratic candidates, but people in Middle Tennessee split their ballots. They don't vote the party line. They're going to vote whoever they think is best. And I think you're going to see the Democrats do well because they have some strong candidates. Nationwide right now, this is going to be a tough year for Democrats. This is the way it appears to be going. Of course, there's 2 more months before the election. You never know what's going to happen. But an off-year election for the party in power is generally a difficult one.
Yeah, but it seems like there is so much negativity going around and people don't want to listen to what the candidate wants to say or what they stand for. What do you think about that? Do they need to read more, get more informed, or what?
Well, I think certainly the more people can read and the more they can get informed, the better. I mean, my role as mayor is actually nonpartisan. But I think as citizens, we definitely want everybody to be involved in the electoral process, to read and study the issues and make their best vote they possibly can. And I think that the more they study things, the more likely they are to actually be involved and show up at the polls. I mean, right now, everybody's saying that young people are not voting because they're just not as interested this time as they were at the presidential election. And young people definitely need to vote. This is an important election. I mean, it's. I would hope that we could have a more positive discussion of issues, is what I would hope. I would hope that some of the stuff that's going on in Washington, this constant fighting between the parties and bickering, would not carry down to us. I mean, we don't need that here. What we need to do is be serious about solving issues like jobs, and just creating a better city and state for our children to grow up in.
You said it right. Well said.
No, thank you.
Well said. Thank you so much for your time, and we'll plan on that bus ride.
Yes, we'll do it. Thank you.
No le cambie, amigo, señor.